The teams are fired up. Maple Grove is here. Edina is here. Tonight on CCX, the State Class 6A quarterfinal round between the 8-2 Edina Hornets and the 10-0 Maple Grove Crimson. From Park Center High School in Brooklyn Park, John Jacobson along with Ryan Iverson. Last outdoor game of the season for these teams. The winner tonight moves on, Ryan, to US Bank Stadium and the state semifinals next week.
And that sounds amazing. In my old age, I'm already freezing here, standing before the game. Hats off to our camera crew out here, bearing the elements, but this is what it's all about. And that chance to go play at US Bank Stadium. I remember back in my day, going to the Metrodome was a big deal. It's a huge deal. Both of these teams have had a lot of success. This is going to be a great one tonight, maybe the best one we've had all season.
Yeah, these teams did not play during the regular season. Last year, Edina eliminated Maple Grove in the second round of the playoffs, so Crimson obviously wanting to advance, and some of it, a little bit of revenge, trying to get a little payback on Edina, but more importantly, move on in the playoffs.
Yeah, and last year was a tough year for Maple Grove. They had won the year before, so you had a new quarterback, you had new players kind of learning their roles, learning the positions. Well, this year, a lot of those guys are seniors, they're experienced, and every coach, I've talked to a lot of them in the last 2 weeks, John, every coach that has watched Maple Grove has said the same thing. Just so much talent all over the field at every position, from quarterback to running back to their offensive line to that great defense. They got great players scattered all over the field.
Let's start with Edina as far as our key players. Meyer Sweeney is the outstanding wide receiver. He's going to play next year at Cal. Look at his numbers, they're crazy.
16 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards. That's what's going to be a test tonight for Maple Grove, and their defense is very rarely in high school do you go against a team that is strictly a passing team. They can run the football, but they want to pass. They have a great quarterback, and Myers is unbelievable. He's got great speed. Going to Cal next year, he's just one of those guys that's going to score. You just got to try to take him away. You can't guard him man-to-man because he's fast, he's physical. He's caught almost half of the touchdowns that they've thrown this year. So he's just a dynamic receiver. Again, probably the best one we've seen all year.
And we'll see a great quarterback, Mason West, who has 36 touchdown passes. For Maple Grove, a guy that goes on both sides of the ball, Bo Draheim, kind of a utility guy, can plug him in anywhere, and he seems to excel wherever he is on the field.
Yeah, and last week I always get to pick who I want to interview post-game. He was one of I interviewed both of the Bo's, and Bo's he's just one of those prototypical Maple Grove linebackers. He looks the part, 6'2", 225, great tackler. He's involved, his nose is always around the ball, but he's also playing a role on offense. He can run the ball, he can catch the ball. He's just a great athlete, and tonight, specifically against the passing game of Edina, those linebackers got to be great. Whether it's getting pressure on Mason West, the quarterback, or in coverage, they got to be active and they got to be great tonight. So I'm excited to see Bo and see what he does here.
Ryan, give us one key for each team to a path to victory.
I think it really comes down to Maple Grove is so complete, John, on both sides of the ball. Edina, great offensively, good defensively. But I think it's going to come down to turnovers and who can get that stop first, right? Maple Grove, if they're on defense and they force you to go 3 and out, and then they score, and then they force you to go 3 and out, that's when those scores, when they can put up 21 unanswered points and the game is over. So I think Edina, quick start, no turnovers, take care of the ball. We could be in for a high-scoring, really competitive game.
It should be a great one. Number 3, Edina. Number 1, Maple Grove in the state 6A quarterfinals. We'll have kickoff for you here from Park Center on CCX after this timeout.
In 1935, Topline Financial Credit Union was founded by workers from our local phone company, by people who dedicated their lives to keeping our community connected. At Topline Financial, that dedication lives on because we believe that dreams are achieved when we connect with each other. So if you're dreaming of buying a new home or car, or planning for your future, or saving for that next vacation, connect with us. We'll help you get there, because connected, we all do better.
Maple Grove, number 1 in the state in Class 6A, taking the field here at Park Center High School for the matchup with Edina. State quarterfinal round football. Welcome back, good crowd for Maple Grove on hand here tonight, trying to cheer their team on to the state semifinals next week. And receivers to kick off, we are underway. Maple Grove Edina football on CCX. Kick return at the 7, up the middle to the 25, out past the 30-yard line, in good field position for Edina on their opening possession.
Yeah, good return.
White.
Yeah, got a good return. I think this opening drive, John, these first couple of possessions are going to really set the tone for the game. Maple Grove deferred the second half. They want their defense out there. If they can get a stop, a quick stop, a 3-and-out, get a short field, get a score, that's just how you're going to be able to jump on Edina. I'll tell you, look at Mason West. He is really impressive. Yes, the yards are great, but for a high school quarterback, 75% completions, and then you got to love the 36 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, John. Unreal.
Beauregard is the running back, but not unexpected. They throw on the first play of the game. Amy Stevenson on the reception.
Yeah, and I like that. It's a great way to just get your quarterback rhythm against an aggressive defense. Short, quick, easy throws, and it's going to really test that back end of this Crimson defense. You know, they have a lot of interceptions, but because they force teams in second and long, third and long, if Edina's able to hit those quick passes, that's going to be really interesting to watch this chess match.
2nd down and 5, a handoff. Beauregard trying to find room, spun off one tackler, but it can't get past the next wave, and the Crimson able to bring them down. Ryder Skansen among those leading the charge defensively on the tackle. Look at the starting offense. Those skill position guys are outstanding, right? Jake Bach, the tight end, Sorrell, Straters, Sweeney, and Beauregard.
And that's the matchup, John. Are those skill against really the linebackers, safeties, and corners for Maple Grove, who are so good.
Great defense. You saw the starters for Maple Grove. 3rd down and 4 for Edina. They go back to Beauregard, and he is hit. Bo Thien comes up, closes that hole, and makes the tackle.
65 tackles on the year. He's one of those great linebackers. Had a great game last week. And interesting, 3rd and short, they opt to run it. And you can see a great job just setting the edge there. And how about, Ryder Skansen, number 33, not being blocked in, able to string that out. And those linebackers so fast run into the ball. Interesting decision there to run it on 3rd and 4. Exactly the kind of start you wanted for Maple Grove. It's 4th and short, though. You got to be careful of trick plays in these kind of downs and distances on this part of the field. That's the start you wanted. You wanted a quick 3-and-out. Get your offense good field position.
Excuse me, Ryan. Quinlan Cronin is the punter. Dylan Vocal doesn't like the fair catch, but I think a good decision there. And makes the fair catch at his 26-yard line.
And I'll tell you, if people watching at home think that that's pretty easy to do, it's a fair catch. You know no one can hit you. But when there's a crowd running at you full speed, that is not easy to do. And I'll tell you, not too shabby. You talk great quarterbacks. Caden Harney's really developed into one of the best. He's so efficient, 62%, almost 1,300 yards, and again, takes care of the ball, 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's as solid as they get. This is a great quarterback matchup for high school football.
Vocal in motion. He'll get the call on 1st down at his first carry of the season last week. And he loses a yard here back to the 25. They ran him a lot last season. Last week was his first carry. Here's the 2nd carry and goes for -1.
Yeah, and they just, as you look at the starters here on the Edina defense and Maple Grove offense, and John, we always talk about Maple Grove and their ability to have great balance. And it's not just run and pass, it's the type of runs too. There you see a jet sweep with the receiver. Obviously, we're going to see a big dose of Chuck Langama, who's been absolutely unreal. But they can throw the ball too. They mix it in really, really well.
Chuck Langama in motion this time. They fake to him and hand off, and inside give it to carry out 3 yards. Patrick White out to the 28. It'll be 3rd and long for Maple Grove.
Got introduced there to Evan Gilder, who's the middle linebacker for Edina. He's their leading tackler on the year. And you saw he's a very, very good run stopper there. Met him right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 8 for Maple Grove. 3rd down and 9, rather, from the 27. First series for them on the night on offense.
Yeah, 3rd and long, too. Not your ideal down and distance.
Draheim and Langama in the backfield behind Harney. Throw to Reggie Williams. And I think there was a little movement before the play. Just a little bit on the right side.
I don't know if Caden Harney got hit there. It looked like he wasn't able to plant his foot and get much into that throw.
Yeah.
He's got a strong arm. It looked like he was off balance a little bit. That ball short hop.
To him. Yeah, I thought there was a penalty. No, it wasn't any movement. Just skipped on the throw.
You know what?
With the hit.
His own teammate, you saw pulling pulling Dylan south that time, and that's what caused him to lose his balance. So
Receivers on the punt, a line driver, fair catch signal, but I think Edina got back on top of it.
That's big.
And they do, and they have good field position here at the 48.
Yeah, and a heads-up play, and these are the kind of plays that can turn a game like this. We got two really good teams, but a heads-up play. Trill, it looked like, just took his eyes off for a second, but great heads-up play to get back on that. I think we thought maybe both offenses would score every possession here tonight. Comes out, both teams 3 and out. I don't know the numbers on the year, but I can imagine that does not happen very much to either of these offenses.
From the 48-yard line, a give and tackle made by Jacob Robbinsdale. Nothing doing again for Chase Borgard.
God, Robbinsdale, what did he have, 17 tackles last week? Just a phenomenal defensive player. And you get the feeling that maybe Edina's coming out and trying to run the ball, try to establish that, if nothing else, just to maybe soften that defense up, to hit them with some deeper passes here. I'll tell you, Chase Borgard, I mean, he's almost 1,100 yards, 9 rushing touchdowns, so very capable running back as well.
Mason West from the shotgun. Here's it on left side, a little bit high, but Sweeney goes up and makes the catch at the 42-yard line, and he's got a first down.
Yeah, and that's a play that Maple Grove receivers make, right? They got those good-sized linebackers that'll play 2 ways and receiver. When you got a guy who's fast like Meyer, but also watch him go up and high point that. I mean, that's a spectacular high school catch.
Gain of 11, 1st and 10, Edina at the Maple Grove 41.
And you talk about trust. A quarterback, a big part of their success is that they trust receivers.
Go again to Sweeney, picks up 5 yards here.
Yeah, and those are easy passes, but watch him throw this one up and just saying, hey, I trust you that you're going to make a play. And when you're 6'4" and you can jump, it's hard to defend that.
From the 35-yard line, West looking to the sideline. And the handoff, Borgard.
Nice block,
And spins toward the first down sticks. Looks like he might have gotten it. Gavin Elmquist on the tackle. There's a first down, a gain of 4.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if Elmquist doesn't make that tackle, that might go for some big yardage there. There's a really nice kick-out block on the left side. Picked up the first down, really the first successful run for Edina. And again, you mix up that pass with the run just enough to keep that defense honest. You can see two deep safeties, 2 corners, and you got, 4 linebackers. So you got a numbers advantage in the box if you're Edina.
Pitch go to Borgard, get hit in the backfield and can't get away from the Crimson. Kevin Toe had initial contact and finished off by 3 or 4 others, and it's a loss of 1 or 2 on the play.
And that's the thing against Maple Grove, John, is those kind of slower developing plays. You can't run them. They're just too quick, too much penetration. Look at that, blowing 3 guys in the backfield. He did a great job just to almost get back to the line of scrimmage there. A great play by Toe.
2nd down and 12 from the 33 for Edina. Play action, stepping up is West, gets to the outside and picks up a couple of yards. Rothine bumps him out. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, and that's the thing. We talked to Coach Jason Potts about Mason West, and he said he can scramble. He doesn't have a lot of rushing yards on the year, but plays like that where maybe most quarterbacks would take a sack or an incomplete pass, he's going to scramble, keep that play going, and you'll watch his eyes. They're always downfield. He's not necessarily looking to run. He's looking to throw. It puts a lot of pressure on your cornerbacks to really hold coverage, too.
3 receivers to the left on 3rd and 9. Quick throw to Sweeney, and he only gets a couple of yards before he's tackled. Robbinsdale on the tackle. He'll bring up 4th down and a long 6.
Yeah, really well defended there. It looked like Sweeney might have slipped a little bit, too, on the turf, but a great job just stringing that out, not letting him get upfield.
We'll go for it here from the 27.
You got to watch. You don't want to go off sides here. But yeah, this down, where they're at in the field. really long field goal. You have absolutely nothing to lose going for it. You see right now,
and
only
Coach Potts calls timeout.
Yeah, he didn't like what they were seeing. You saw only 3 down linemen for Maple Grove too. Want to make sure they get the right play called, knowing maybe how important this drive is, trying to score first a little bit.
It seems big already, right?
It does.
I mean, there's still so much football left to play, but it already seemed like a big series. 5:02 to play here in the first quarter. No score. Edina's second offensive series of the game.
Yeah, and here's that play, and I'll tell you, really nice job. You're going to see it right there. I can't tell what number that was on the outside.
That's Thien.
Oh, yeah, it was Thien. Not allowing him to get to the outside, right? Forcing him back to the middle of the field. And those linebackers, just great pursuit up and down the field for Maple Grove. I'll tell you why else, too, John, this is big. There's a look at Jason Potts in his 4th season. Done a great job. Played at Armstrong.
Right, yep. Really good player back in Armstrong.
I just found out tonight, you not only broadcast him when he played, but his great-great-grandpa in the old 1780s when CCX was first created. But
thanks for that. 4th and 6. West has time to throw, and it's intercepted.
Nice.
Picked off by Braden Dozier. Just the 3rd pick of the season thrown by West, and Maple Grove takes over.
Yeah, and that was one of the fear times where he had time, and he kind of looked that right way the whole time. He kind of led with his eyes, and it was a long throw across the field, so that ball kind of hung in the air a little bit, and a great job by Dozier. Watch his eyes right there, locked in, but that ball, might have been 10, 12 yards down the field, but you throw in going all the way across the field too. Great job by Dozier.
So Maple Grove takes over with the turnover, 1st and 10, just shy of their 25-yard line. They give to Draheim. He'll carry 4 yards out to the 28.
And you get a feeling whoever scores first is going to have that upper hand a little bit, that confidence. And I thought Maple Grove getting that stop, Edina having beat Maple Grove last year, if they would have gotten down the field and scored first, you talk about a little psychological effect as well. So big time interception there, and getting that turnover, getting your offense on the field.
2nd and 6. Give us to Lengama. Chuck Lengama, dangerous running back, and he is out to the 45-yard line. And a gain of 17 on his first carry tonight.
And we're up in the press box, but you could hear almost a collective breath up here when he touches the ball. There's just that chance he could turn something like that into a touchdown. That's how electric he is. Look at that footwork.
He had that play last week where he ran, about 100 yards for a 28-yard touchdown.
I thought we might see that on ESPN top 10 plays. I don't know if we must not have sent it in, but that was, 182-yard rush for a 40-yard touchdown.
Back to Draheim. He's up the middle and close to another first down. They'll mark him just shy, about 9.5 for Draheim.
I talked to a couple other head coaches in the area this week, and they all said the same thing. They thought Maple Grove, how big and strong and physical they are, would wear teams down, and that's why they didn't think anyone could beat them. And you're kind of seeing a little bit of that. Nothing fancy, just right up the middle.
Draheim and Lengama again in the backfield. Roll out, Harney will throw, gets a completion. It's Draheim again, he's down to the 30, 25, and all the way down to the 18-yard line. Pickup of 27 on a first down.
And a great play call and a great execution, an easy throw too for Caden Harney. A nice little play action, rolling out, wide open. And the thing about it too is, like, Draheim, 6'2", 225, he's not easy to bring down. He's the size of some linemen that play, so he's a big, strong kid. He's got great hands too. That was a big play. This is that potent offense that we've seen all year long.
1st and 10 from the 18. Lengama again, trying to pick a hole. He's inside the 10, he breaks the tackle, he's into the end zone.
Wow, there's that example of it right there, John. We just talked about it. It's just the inability to tackle him. He's slippery, he's powerful, and then he's explosive. And I can't tell you, I'd say about 4 or 5 Hornets got their hands on him. They just could not bring him down. He's got those big, strong legs, keeps him moving, and a big response here for the #1 team in the state.
his 14th touchdown of the season. And remember, he missed
He only
4
played 2
this
games.
year.
I mean, that's pretty good for 2 games.
Extra point for Henry Sievers. Vocal the holder. Kick is up, and it is through. And with 3:04 to go here in the first quarter, it's 7-0. That drive under 2 minutes, Ryan, and covered 75 yards.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders had a chance at him. But you got to give credit to the right side of that offensive line. Just a nice double team there. Great block by Michael Wagner. And you had Dylan South over there too. Just an excellent job. Got him to that second level. Man, and I put him, maybe Armstrong running back, where every time they touch the ball, if they get to that second level, you feel like you're disappointed when it's not a score. Fired up.
Irony coming over. Michael Wagner, great tackle. Like college football next year.
And you think about that drive, I mean, 4 runs right up the middle, a nice play action for a big gain, and then nothing fancy. It was just right up the middle, really well blocked. And what was the difference between that drive and the first drive is who touched the ball on that drive, right?
21.
You get Ngama the ball, it's enough where it,
Kickoff dropped at the 1-yard line. Tough run back here for White, and he won't get to the 20-yard line. He is driven out of bounds, well covered downfield on special teams. And this time, Edina, their worst field position of the night inside their 20 on their 3rd series on offense.
Yeah, and I think a really big drive here, especially with where they're starting. If they were to go 3 and out, give Maple Grove's offense, who's in a nice rhythm right now, a short field. This is where you need your quarterback to really step up and architect a drive. And just keep moving the ball, and if nothing else, you keep your defense, give them a rest a little bit too.
Mike Tracy with the special teams tackle on the kickoff return. Beauregard, big hole up the middle, and he goes for a dozen yards, maybe 13, his best run tonight.
Yeah, and again, I think so important for the Hornets establishing the run just to mix it up enough. And you can see Beauregard, I mean, he's strong, but you can see that burst of speed too. Edina's got athletes all over the field as well, John. Multi-sport players.
Throw on first down to Sweeney. Breaks a tackle, and he gets out of bounds and out past the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and again,
looks like he stepped out a little early, so not quite a first down.
You see just a nice, easy throw for your quarterback, and you can see how good he is when he gets in the open field, too, making guys miss, and he's got great speed. Already showed off his jumping ability with a great catch.
Gain of 9. 2nd and short. West looks over the middle, then goes deeper this time, and it is intercepted again. He's doubled his interception total in a quarter.
Wow. Well, first of all, I mean, what great arm strength. I think it was Dozier again, right? Yeah, Dozier with his 2nd interception. And that was a great one. He had to go up and get that. That looked like both receiver and D-back were in position. But how about the arm strength? This is on the run, not being able to plant. Yeah, and I mean, Sorrell went after it, but just Dozier went up. He high-pointed it.
First and 10, Maple Grove after another pick. Ngama hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Good tackle by Nolan Anderson.
Yeah, 42 tackles on the year. He's one of their leading tacklers. Tackle for loss, and not easy to get Ngama in the backfield like that. Great job. And this is big for the Hornet defense, right? You just on the field, you just gave up a long drive. After an interception, you got to play complementary football. Defense picking up the offense, offense picking up the defense.
2nd down and 12 for Maple Grove. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Harney. And it's time to throw. I'm going to step up as the coverage was good downfield, and he's tackled for a loss of 2. Third and long on the quarterback sack made by Sawyer Jaszewski.
Yeah, it looked like that initial read wasn't there, and rather than forcing the throw, that's a heads-up play. You don't want to take a chance and throw it short or throw it into a contested area, and that's what you got to do against a good quarterback is get pressure. Really nice job by the Hornets there, picking up their offense.
3rd and 15 for Maple Grove. Well, negative plays to start the drive. Big pressure up the middle, throw to Lungama, trying to find some room, and he does. He's out past the 30 to the 35, all the way to the 36.
Yeah, great execution. Screen, I like the call. It's a safe throw, and that's where as a defense, as a defensive lineman, as soon as you feel like the offense is letting you by, and you can see that. Look at all the Edina defenders, right in Caden Harney's face. Set up well. Nice job blocking down the field, too, by Landon Albeck.
Gain of 20.
Yeah, big-time conversion there.
It seems like that was the big play that they were getting last week, too, against Eden Prairie. They had that 4th down conversion in the first half.
And a couple of third
to Dylan
longs,
Volkel
too.
and into triple coverage. And next play, Lingama scores a touchdown, and we'll see if this ends up being a big play. So good little movement there. That'll be our first penalty tonight.
I could say been a really clean game on both sides. Yeah, the ability to convert those 3rd and really long. There's Adam Spurl in his first season. He's, as we talked about last week, he's done just an amazing job taking over the program. He's obviously been here for a long time, but it's a little different when you're the head guy, and he has not missed a beat, and these players absolutely. That actually should not have been a penalty because the ball was snapped before anybody else moved. That's not a penalty.
1st and 15, back at the 31. Faith to Lungama. Harney to the sideline to Volkel. Completion out to the 40.
Yeah, nice easy throw again, accurate. Play action, you got protected well, and you didn't go for, the 30-yard home run. You kind of knocked some of that 1st and long in half here, set up a 2nd and manageable. Good route, and again, really accurate throw.
Volkel is 29th reception of the season, team high, averaging over 19 yards per catch plus 7 touchdowns.
And he's 6'2", 200 pounds too, so just another good-sized, athletic, strong kid that really you're going to see on offense and defense.
Should be the final play of the quarter here. Volkel sprints out a little bit. They'll throw this time to completion. Was it Dreheim on the catch? No. There was Nathan Ramatka, the tight end, on the catch. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Chuck Lungama fired up after his touchdown. That's the difference in the game. It's 7-0 Maple Grove after a quarter.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
Maple Grove 79-0 after one quarter here at Park Center High School. Mason West and that Hornet offense just having to watch right now, hoping their defense can come up with a stop. That last play of the quarter was a first down on the pass from Harney to Ramatka, his first catch tonight. So 1st and 10, Maple Grove from the 47. Back to the ground game. Lungama hit and dropped after a gain of just 1. Jezierski, who had that quarterback sack earlier, gets the tackle here. Gain of 1.
He's 6'4", 265. He's not a guy that I would want to run into. When he gets a hold of you, not much escape there. I'll tell you one thing I saw too, John, that I really liked is on the sideline. I've seen about 6 or 7 different Edina players go up to Mason West and put his chin up and keep his chin high, keep your confidence. We're going to need you. So I'd love to see that. I'd love to see it when you pick guys up.
A lot of football left, and there's no way they're this far without number 9, right? And good chance for a comeback. Lungama getting the carry across midfield. It's a 5, 6 maybe.
Carson Lund and Bo Dreheim absolutely leveled an Edina Hornet defensive tackle there to create that space. That was an unbelievable block. That was a great push up front. Yeah, Watch this double team here, right there. Just absolutely destroy. I think it was just Draheim on the block. Wow.
3rd down and 3. Pitch to Ngama. Chuck trying to pick a hold on, goes outside, gets a 1st down.
I'm going to tell you, John, what made that play even happen was that big gain they got on 2nd down. Because if you're stuck in 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, it's a totally different situation. You probably got to throw. Now you're 3rd and short. You got the whole playbook. Again, a good double team on the edge. Great job blocking Caleb Samuel. And a nice cut to the outside by Ngama there. He picks up the 1st down. Just so tough to defend.
Gain of 8. Get a timeout here. Well, we mentioned that a year ago, or received these in last week's highlights from Maple Grove and Eden Prairie. And it was
right from the start,
dominating start for the Crimson. They score on their opening drive. Pass down to the goal line to Draheim, then Harney, and then this unbelievable run by Ngama.
That was spectacular. They, like we were talking before the game, they out Eden Prairie. They were more physical, better blocking, better tackling. And when you got that guy who can literally score anytime he touches the ball, it's just electric. It was a great performance, dominating win by the Crimson. That's what you got to do when you're the #1 team in the state. You don't mess around in playoff games. You go at it, and you go hard. Off to a good start. Defensively, they've done a great job. Already 2 interceptions of Mason West, who came in on the year with 2 interceptions. So really, really good job defensively. Offense just starting to get into a nice rhythm.
Oko coming in motion. Fake to Ngama, roll out. Harney floats a throw downfield and overshot his tight end Ramatka. Incomplete.
And really one of the only times this year you'll see him just miss a receiver, and that was a hard one. He was rolling left, looked like pressure was coming, and maybe didn't get his feet set to really be able to deliver that. Just a little bit high into the outside, which again, if you're going to miss as a quarterback, that's where you want to miss. You don't want to miss that to the inside of the field where it can get intercepted.
Sorrell, of course, we see him on offense, the cornerback for Edina, #1 on defense.
Yeah, I mean, good, like we talked about, good athletes all over the field, all offense and defense for both schools.
2nd down and 10 from the 38. Back to Ngama. And he goes for 4 yards down to the 34-yard line. Always seems safe to go to #21, right?
Well, and what's important about that is you're probably in 4-down territory here, so you don't need to get it all, right? If you get 3 or 4, if you get 3 or 4 on this, then you set up that 4th and really manageable. So I wouldn't be surprised to see another run play. Again, it keeps that whole playbook open with this good down and distance scenario.
3rd and 6 from the 34. Harney looked left, throws back to his right, gets a completion. It's Ollie Walseth for the touchdown. They don't throw to Oliver Walseth much. They do there, and he gets the touchdown.
Well, the first 2 things that stand out, John, great route. He ran a great slant, and that ball was put absolutely on the money. That's not an easy throw. It's a hard slant. If you're behind on that, it's picked off. You got linebackers that might be in the way there too. I mean, he put that hard and low and right on the money. And Ollie Walseth, that's a huge play.
His only 3rd catch of the season and his 1st for a touchdown.
Great for the senior.
Receivers for the extra point, up and good, and it's 14-0 Maple Grove.
Yeah, and how about the trust too? And Caden Harney, 3rd and long. And you got receivers that you've thrown to. You got Chuck Ngama. You got all these players all over the field, and yet you trust Ollie Walseth to get open. And man, did he ever! And watch where this throw was put, right on the money. You see the linebacker too, right there. Nolan Anderson got good depth on his drop, and he just put it right on the spot. Stepped into it. You can see he's fired up, and rightfully so. That was a great throw, great route, great catch. And I'll tell you, going up 2 scores is a totally different feeling for a team, rather than being up 1, because you always know when you're only up 1 score, you're 1 play away, you're a fumble, you're 1 turnover, whatever it might be, away from having a tie game. You go up 2 scores, gives your defense, special teams, everyone a ton of confidence.
Severs on the kick, be handled at the 11-yard line. Over the lane down the right side. Here comes White out past the 40 to the 45-yard line. He had 2 good returns out of his 3 that he's had so far. And it sets up Edina in good field position, trailing by 2 scores.
Yeah, and they needed that. They needed something here to get the momentum. You can see great vision. You see the wall of white jerseys on the right side. He saw it, got to the outside. Took a hard hit there at the end, but he got his team a little bit of a spark almost out to midfield. And now you need this offense to get a big play. Not only to get back in the game, but to get their quarterback his confidence, get their whole offense back to playing with confidence.
First down and 10. Completion. It's Sweeney, midfield, breaks a tackle, 45-40. And it's a 17-yard gain down to the Maple Grove 38-yard line.
I tell you, I'm always amazed when teams run those wide receiver screens that they work, because it's so hard to predict where the defense is going to be and how do you block it. But, man, did they execute that brilliantly. Nice touch. And you can see the blocks already happening down the field. And you can tell if he's like Charles Ngama. If he can get open in the open field like that, get some space, you feel like he could score anytime he touches it too.
Gain of 19 to the Maple Grove 36. 9 minutes to play, second quarter. Crimson up 14-0. Play action throw. Just off the hands of the tight end Bach. Jake Bach, the big senior, 6'6", 225, and just off his hand and drops to the turf.
Yeah, and that was a great play call, little play action. He saw the opening in the seam. It was just about 6 inches too far ahead of him. That's not an easy throw, because you can see Dozier behind him, and then you can see Vogel coming over the top. He had to put it right on the money and almost nailed it.
Second down and 10.
I like the play call so far, in this drive.
Handoff. Beauregard, it's a flag down. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and probably a yard more. We'll see what this penalty is.
Yeah, it's going to be against Edina. It'll be interesting to see if they accept the penalty or not. If they decline it, it'll be about 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10. If you accept it, it's going to go back to 2nd and long. They're going to decline it. I think a lot of people, too, look at Maple Grove, John, and why they're so good defensively, because they're not big. They've never had big defensive linemen. But I think when you got linebackers that can run the way they can and pursue, and it kind of covers that up, makes them really hard to block, too.
Third and 9 from the 35 as Maple Grove declined that penalty. Another
Those are the things that are going to kill you.
They're going to take this one.
Yeah, you've had a great drive. Negative plays, turnovers, penalties are the things that can just kill a drive. And again, you got to think it's going to be 3rd and long here, but you got to think they're in 4-down territory, so you don't necessarily need a huge chunk play. If you can get half of this, get 7, 8, 9 yards, set up that 4th and manageable, really important.
So now 3rd and 14 from the 40. Throw, completion, Sweeney inside the 35 to the 33, but it will be 4th down and about 7 to go.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. Got the ball in the hands of your playmaker, and we just saw him a minute ago break that for a long gain. Instead, you cut down the down and distance by about half. So now now it's manageable. Big play here, John. I'll tell you, if they could somehow convert this and continue to score, versus a turnover here, and now you give the ball back to a hot offense already up 2 scores. This is a big play here early in the game.
4th and 7 from the 33.
And you can see up top Sweeney to the left side there. That's where they like to go.
Whistle. Another flag is down. Another full start. That's 3 on this drive. It'll be the second accepted one.
This might be interesting, though. See if they continue to go for it or if you do end up punting here. I couldn't tell who moved early.
Might have been somebody on the edge. It's out of our picture there. I didn't see anyone on the line.
One thing that was interesting, you could see there where Meyer Sweeney was, they had double team on him. They had Draheim short, and you see the setup here again.
Sorrell just flinched a little bit. Here we go, 4th down and 12. Sweeney's got time, or West has time to throw, and incomplete.
He had him.
Elmquist with good coverage downfield, but the ball a little bit overthrown. And Edina turns it over on downs.
Yeah, just barely. I think that was Stevenson. You see, he got a step there. Pretty well covered. That ball would have had to be put exactly on the money, but they took a shot. But some positives out of that drive. I thought they had a couple of really nice, well-executed plays, got the good kickoff. At least they switched the field position here a little bit. Big drive, because you got to remember Maple Grove, John, is going to get the ball first in the second half, too. You're probably watching CCX there on their iPads.
Why not? On 3rd down and 8, Harney will step up and run here, and he'll get a couple of yards, 3 out to the 41. Can run when he needs to. He's got half a dozen touchdowns this season running in football.
Well, he's a big, strong kid, but what I like, number one, went to get that low snap. Rather than force it, not take a sack, he still got positive yards, end up picking up 3 out of it, so that's something you'll take. Just a smart kid. He makes smart decisions. And that's a huge thing for a coach, to be able to trust their quarterback to make the right decision. It's not always the biggest play or the most plays. It's do you make the right position and the right play.
2nd and 7, Draheim to give. Not much doing in the middle of that defensive line, able to make the stop on Bo Draheim. It'll be 3rd and 5 to go. Charlie Maynard goes on the stop for Edina.
He'll get a couple.
Midway through the second quarter, 14-0 Maple Grove. Touchdowns in each of their last 2 drives. They've gotten big conversions right in these situations so far. Let's see if they can do it again. The pitch back to Lungama. Lungama's got a first down. He's got a lot more. Chuck Lungama down the sideline.
I don't think they're going to get him, John. Oh, he got him.
Sorrell catches him from behind at the 2.
Well, great play by Sorrell not to give up on that play. He kept with it, able to catch him and bring him down. But I'll tell you, 3rd and 5, to have the confidence not only in your running back but your offensive line. It was well blocked, this time on the left side. And again, you get him to that 2nd level. He's so dangerous. Look at this block. I mean, look at the hole there. And you saw a safety come up and take a bad angle to the inside, and he just can't do that playing against a running back like this. Right there. Allow him to get to the outside.
1st and goal for Maple Grove. Inside the 2. Harney's going to take it in for him. Touchdown himself. It's 20-0 Maple Grove.
Big time play, getting it down there. I love the quarterback sneak call. You got a big, strong quarterback. Don't let him get any defensive penetration. Let's let him get in there. Caden Harney knows how to do that really well. They're looking like the #1 team right now, aren't they, John? You know, in when you do this against Edina, because I think Edina is universally thought of as a really good team with a really good offense. You're not only playing to win, but you're also sending a message to the rest of the teams that you might be playing of like, hey, don't mess around with us because we're different, right? And that does it psychologically when you're playing a team that you know is really good and that they know that they're really good. There's a look at the quarterback sneak.
That was his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. He has 14 passing TDs.
And he does just exactly what they need every game, right? I mean, I think he's good enough and talented enough. I think they have the receivers that if they had to throw a lot, I think he could do it. I think he's that talented, that accurate. But he gives them exactly what they need.
Good job.
That guy right there is really just the stud, where if you can get him the rock as often as you can, you mix in some play action and some good passes out of it, they just become really, really hard to stop.
Ngama 107 yards rushing on 8 carries, 1 touchdown and almost a second. A little pooch kick. Maple Grove loves to do this, but Edina was ready for it, and they fair catch it at the 33.
Yeah, and this is where Edina's got to have short-term memory and get out there and go for it, right? No holding back. Your season's on the line. You need a score. The last thing you want is another quick 3 and out, and you give Maple Grove another chance to score before half. This is where Mason West needs to lead this team down the field for a touchdown. Get a little of that momentum back.
From the 33-yard line, go to the ground game. Sam Hansen comes up and makes the tackle for no gain on Borgard.
Yeah, and do you see that too, those slower developing runs? I've seen other teams run that against Maple Grove. You just can't, it's got to be quick because they pursue so well. And sometimes you can get them up the field and a quick hit or quick run will work because there's a gap or there's a seam. But if it takes time to develop, they're just too fast.
On second down, still about 10 to go. They go back to Borgard again. A little better luck this time. Gets out past the 40. Thien on the tackle. It'll set up 3rd down and 4.
And that time well blocked. And you can see I really like, he really runs the ball well. Strong runner. Picked up a big gain there to set up 3rd and manageable here.
Third down, and then closer to 3 for Edina here. Inside of 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Borgard again on the run, lanes for it, and gets the first down. A great second effort. He picks up 4, and a new set of downs for Edina.
Yeah, and he was hit a good 2 yards short of the first down. That's how you finish a run. You lower those shoulders, and you get all your momentum going forward. And that's a huge first down pickup there.
Sweeney was at quarterback for a play, though, and is again on the Wildcat, and he picks up 4.
Yeah, ball came out there, but he was down. And again, nothing fancy there, but you pick up 4 or 5 yards. You just put your offense in a good spot. You see they're trying to do everything they can to get him the ball, and rightfully so.
Back at wide receiver, West at quarterback on 2nd down and 6. They'll throw to Sweeney. Completion. Hit at the 45. He's right at the first down sticks. Looks like he's got the football beyond it. He didn't get a great spot on that, I don't think.
Yeah, it looked like he was past the 45 there, but they're saying he's short.
Third down, very short. And the first down on the 5-yard run by Borgard.
Yeah, nice mix here, good balance. Some quick throws, a couple of quick runs. And again, you're getting the ball into your playmakers with Borgard and also with, getting Sweeney the ball in different ways.
1st and 10, Maple Grove. Edina really needing a score before halftime. Line of scrimmage is the 40. West throws and in and out of the hands. That was pretty well covered by Maple Grove. I don't know if it would have gone anywhere, but it goes as an incomplete pass.
Yeah, you can see they love those quick screens to him. They're safe throws, and you get him a chance to really make some big plays. A little bit of contact before that ball got there. And you can see Maple Grove starting to maybe recognize that play. One thing you got to worry about then is if they fake that, you come up too quick and then you try to hit a guy going deep behind it. So it's something to keep in mind there.
On 2nd and 10, throw to the right this time. It's Sorrell with the catch, and he's immediately wrapped up. Bo Draheim on the tackle, gain of only 3.
Yeah, I was going to say he caught that about 6 yards down the field, but it wasn't forward progress because he on his own moved backwards. Watch him catch this and trying to make plays. He came backwards there. Great job by Draheim there. He's as sure of a tackler as you're going to find.
I think that's one thing that Coach Sperl thought was better this year. They're a better tackling team than they were a year ago. I mean, kid's a year older, a lot of the same players back.
And it might not seem like much, but if they not, maybe it's 3rd and 1 now. Instead, it's 3rd and 7. Totally different scenario.
Throw and overthrowing the receiver. And again, right on the cover. It's pretty good coverage again for the second time on that deep ball by Gavin Elmquist. Last time it was Stevenson. This time it was Sweeney, the intended receiver. Well, now it's 4th down.
And Edina, you got man-to-man coverage with your best player down the field. This is where you got to give him a chance to go make that play. Throw it up high. He's shown the ability to go and grab it up high. But you got to give your receiver, especially Sweeney, a chance to make that play, because he probably will, especially one-on-one coverage.
4th down and 7. West steps up, throws, and gets the completion.
Yeah, he got it. There's that scrambling.
Stevenson on the catch.
Great job just buying extra time. Again, he scrambles, but with his eyes down the field. Right before he took a hit there. Watch him drop his arm angle, too, when he delivers this. Kind of a little sidearm and accurate. That's a big-time play by your quarterback. Picking up a must-have 1st down, too.
Big catch for Stevenson. Gain of 9 to the 28, 1st and 10 for Edina. Borgard, Freheim hits him from behind. He gets a couple of yards forward, but and good tackle by number 7.
That sums it up, right? He came from the weak side there. If you're not hitting that hole hard, these linebackers will run you down, even if they're coming from the opposite side.
Linebackers are outstanding.
They really are. Look at the ground he covered.
And a throw on 2nd down and incomplete right at the 1st down sticks. Intended for Sweeney. It'll be 3rd down and 7. And West's 17th pass of the first half. He's completed 10. But most importantly, has 2 interceptions. 3rd and 7 for Edina. Brian Iverson is headed down to the field. We'll hear from both coaches at halftime, Coach Potts and Coach Sperl. This is the 3rd down conversions. Not great so far for Edina, 1 out of 5. This is 4 down territory, obviously, for the Hornets. Sweeney goes in motion. West looks that way, gets the completion, and breaking a tackle. Sweeney leans out, and he's a little bit short, though. Leaned the football out, but he was down. It'll be 4th down and probably less than a yard here. Clock continuing to run, under a minute to go. Elmquist gets initial contact, couldn't bring him down by himself. Rabanik helps out. And it's 4th down and 1. Clock running with 50 seconds to play. West on 4th down, going deep toward the end zone, incomplete. Sweeney, the intended receiver, couldn't come up with it. Off his hands, and Maple Grove again makes a stop on defense. They've had a couple of picks, a couple of times turning over Edina on downs. Edina looks like they're going to go to halftime without a point, which is surprising, having seen the numbers this offense has put up this season. Elmquist right on him. Sweeney had it in his hands. I mean, that was a tough catch, but I'm sure one he feels he probably could have come down with a little bit behind him. Wasn't a perfect throw, but the Cal recruit unable to come up with it. And again, Maple Grove has the football. So Maple Grove on 1st down and 10. Can't imagine they're going to do anything too crazy. I mean, you got to be happy with a 21-0 lead. Well, what do I know? Harney will throw over the middle, completes it to Langama. Look out, Chuck Langama out to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 25 yards. How about that big chunk play to number 21? Clock continuing for only Splinkett. Or they take time out here. But how about Langama? He's already got 107 yards rushing and now 2 catches for 45 yards. Limping a little bit as he comes off the field here, though. Patrick Wright will replace him in the backfield. So Maple Grove preserves the timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining. Ball at their 44. We'll get Ngama again. Was on the tackle there, but came up not horribly limp, but definitely with a limp as he came to the sideline. Now Harney trying to scramble, rolling out. Harney will take off and run. The 50-yard line will step out at the Edina 47. He'll pick up 9, stop the clock with 17 seconds to go. Look at it again. Harney couldn't find anything. And then definitely a capable runner. Didn't get a first down, but makes it 3rd down and 2 from the 48. Working on Chucklin Gama, taking a look at his left ankle there. Big loss, obviously. 3rd down and 2, 17 seconds to go in the half. Low snap. Harney picks it up. He's going to air it out down the left side and overshoots Vogel. And it's incomplete. Now 4th down and 2. And decision time for Maple Grove. .11 seconds to play in the half. Fourth down and 2. And was going to walk around without that cleat on for a minute. And hopefully he'll be okay for the second half. 4th and short. They go for the first down. They get in. Draheim's got a lot more. Inside the 45, inside the 35 rather, and it's got a first down. Now Maple Grove will use that second timeout. Just 4 seconds to play though in the half. Ball at the 32. And a gain of 15 by Bo Draheim.
It's enough for a Crimson first down. Timeout, Maple Grove.
Look at the 6A bracket. Maple Grove with wins over Burnsville and Eden Prairie. Edina with wins over White Bear Lake and Egan to get to tonight. The other games in the Class 6A quarterfinals, Mounds View Shakopee. That's coming up tomorrow night. Lakeville North and Anoka down at Farmington. And Minnetonka Blaine happening tonight over at Osseo High School. Winners advance to the semifinals next week at US Bank Stadium. How about Maple Grove? They get the turnover on downs. A couple of plays later, and they're within striking distance of at least throwing to the end zone here. First down, which doesn't really matter at this point. Line of scrimmage, the 32. And now Edina will take a timeout. Taking a little look at what Maple Grove came out with. And just this part of the bracket, the team that started with 32. That was a tough bracket, I think, for both of these teams. I told both coaches I don't think this is a fair matchup for the state quarterfinals. You get the number 3 team in the state Edina against number 1 Maple Grove, but here it is. If you want to win it all, you got to beat the best at some points. And right now, Maple Grove definitely getting the best of Edina. They have one more big play in them before the half. And count it out from the 32-yard line. Final play, presumably, of the half. They're going to quick throw, and they get inside the 20. Did they get it and stop the clock with a second to go? No, they didn't quite get it. Henry Knudsen on the catch, and needed about another tick on the clock. So Knudsen the catch, got about 13 yards. They're going to talk to Jothro, I think, without any success, and we're going to go to halftime. All right, we're all friends at halftime. And the score, despite Maple Grove not getting another shot at the end, they'll take a 21-0 lead into halftime. No doubt about that. Let's go down to the sideline. Ryan Iverson standing by with head coach Potts from Edina.
Hey, Coach, no, I know it's not the score you want here going into halftime. What do you tell these guys to come out in the second half?
No, I think it's the message all year long is that we're going to focus on our core values, effort, attitude, mental toughness. We got to find a way to steal the momentum back and make some plays and get back into this game.
One thing I talked about on the broadcast I thought was really cool and indicative of you and the culture. After Mason threw that second pick, he only had 2 coming in the air. I saw at least 10 different guys come up, pat on the back, chin up. I mean, is that something that you think can help him overcome and be the quarterback he normally is here in the second half?
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about running through adversity a lot. We want to accept that challenge, get back out there on the field, and we're always positive, and we need to get this fixed and make some plays. And the wind's pushing the ball a little bit for us, and we've took a lot of shots, and we got to execute those.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Appreciate the time. Back to you, JJ.
Thanks, Ryan. We'll hear from Coach Spurl before the start of the second half. All Crimson in the first half. Maple Grove 21, Edina nothing. More state quarterfinal football on CCX after this.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Topline member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
Unbeaten Maple Grove leading 8-2 Edina 21-0 at halftime here at Park Center High School. State quarterfinal football on CCX. Highlights from the first half of play here. Neither team doing anything on its first drive. Second drive for Edina. Mason West, just his 3rd interception of the season, intercepted by Braden Dozier. It sets up a touchdown drive for Maple Grove. And Chuck Lingama takes the rest of the way, 21 yards, and a great run.
He had a couple of big plays on that drive. First drive, he didn't touch the ball. That drive, he did, and you see the result there. Such a happy Crimson.
18-yard touchdown, I should say. And Dozier with the second pick.
That was a great one. That one, he went up and got it, fought for it. And again, 2 interceptions in the first half for Mason West. Came into the game with only 2 interceptions on the year.
It leads to another Maple Grove touchdown.
That was a great throw. Quick
Oliver
slant.
Walseth with his 3rd catch of the season. His first touchdown could come at a better time, 34 yards.
Yeah, I love to see that. Fired up.
And then here's the big run by Lingama. Looks like he was going to go. And Trill Sorrell, number 1.
Stayed with it.
Yeah.
That's why you play to the whistle. You never give up. Even though they scored on the next play, that still was great effort.
Runs him down to the 1. Harney takes it himself. There's a big hole for him. That line has done an outstanding job again tonight. Yep. You don't get enough credit, I don't think, with the work that they do. Look at the numbers at halftime. Great balance for Maple Grove. Ryan rushing and passing 281 total yards, 127. And the big number lower right there, 14 points off the 2 West interceptions.
Yeah, that balance I look at with Maple Grove, unreal. 84 passing yards, well below. They average 240 yards per game. So Maple Grove doing a nice job of defending the pass.
Look at the 6A bracket. Lakeville North, Anoka coming up tomorrow night. Minnetonka big on play, not a big surprise in their quarterfinal round match tonight over at Osseo. Mount View Shakopee tomorrow. Winner of this one will play the winner of that one next Friday.
Yeah, Lakeville North versus Minnetonka,
yeah.
Shakopee versus Maple Grove. I think
so.
The four top teams left there.
Thursday and Friday, the semifinals. Chuck Lingama's had a big first half. Over 100 yards rushing, 2 catches for 45 yards. Seniors helped lead Maple Grove to a 21-0 halftime lead.
At Topline Financial Credit Union, we love getting to be part of our members' big moments. Whether it's making home improvements, going to school, building a business, or even getting married. An interest-only home equity line of credit with payments as low as $50 per month can help you get there. It's just one of the ways we're helping our members on their financial journeys. Become a Top Line member and let us be a part of yours, because connected, we all do better.
21-0 Maple Grove over Edina. Back to the field we go. Ryan Iverson standing by with Adam Spurl.
Hey, Coach, all pregame and during the first half, we just talked about how difficult it is preparing for a high school team that throws more than they run. They have a dynamic quarterback. You had to love what you saw on defensively there in the first half.
Yeah, defensively we made a lot of great plays. Our DB came up twice big, and I felt like we were getting to some pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, I think, too, offensively, just tremendous balance, too, running, throwing, mixing different types of plays. Anything you want to see differently in the second half?
No, just keep using all the weapons that we have.
Well, congrats. That was a great first half. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, JJ.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks to both coaches for taking a few moments with us here at halftime. 21-0 Maple Grove over Edina. Back to break, and then the start of the second half next on CCX. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Maple Grove 21, Edina nothing. State quarterfinal football from Park Center High School, and guess who gets the ball first?
Yeah.
Start the second half.
Well, that's why they love, if they win a toss, they love to defer because they trust their defense to get that stop. And then I'll tell you, so often during the year, they'll pair a late first half touchdown with an opening drive of the second half touchdown. You get those back-to-back scores like that, can really put a game away. So it'll be really interesting to see here what adjustments are made, if any.
Tyler Baker is the kicker, a soccer player recruited this week to kick off. The regular kicker got hurt. You get kicks off. Oh, it's a hole. It's Reggie Williams on the return out past the 50, and it's Baker. How about that? The soccer player turned football comes in on the tackle, but a great return by Williams. It wasn't a terribly deep kick, but he returned that 37 yards in Maple Grove, already in Edina territory.
Yeah, and Coach Potts told us their kicker was injured, so they signed Baker, gets a good kick, and then makes the tackle too. But how about that return, Reggie Williams? And again, it's just little momentum plays like that. You keep stacking them up back to back to back. That's how you get a 21-0 lead and looking to add to it here. You almost feel like Edina needs a fumble, right, or an interception, some big play maybe defensively to get their offense, get their team sparked.
Patrick Wright in the backfield to start the second half, breaks a tackle, 40-yard line. Patrick Wright's in the open. You're going to be caught from behind down at the 6.
What a great cut. Just a great cut.
Leon Holmberg saves a touchdown, but it's a gain of 41 yards.
Wow. Nice kick out block there, and then right here, watch this cut. Right after this one is where he goes inside, right between 2 defenders. Good speed. And again, Edina just hanging in there. Good effort there down the field, making that tackle.
Another great run by Wright.
Not bad having Wright on the bench,
right.
Having him come in and see, he'd be a great high school running back, starting running back for almost any other team.
Well, and he will be presumably here next year, right, on second effort. Didn't go down on that first one. He gets down to about the 2.
Good effort.
Between Wright and James Engel, really did a good job filling in those 4 games when Lingama was hurt.
And you got to remember, I mean, they beat good teams. They beat Minnetonka without Lingama, so I know it's easy to look at Lingama's numbers and his stats and think he's remarkable, but they have a lot of depth, and they have athletes, like we talked about, all over the field. Even people on the sideline not starting, probably good enough and talented enough to start for most teams.
Second and goal from the 3 this time. It's Draheim, spins at the goal line. They're going to mark him down inside the 1.
Well, it's what you want to do. You got a big lead at half. You want to come out, be sharp, and really close that door on any hope that Edina might have. And how do you do that? You get a good kick return. You get a great run, nice drive. Now they just got to finish it off.
Yeah,
pretty well defended,
trying to get a
too.
good block, but it was well defended. They got enough penetration.
58 got great penetration there to keep him out of the end zone.
Get to Draheim again, leaps into the end zone for a touchdown. Our key player of the game has had a pretty good night.
Yes, he has. Defensively, offensively. You know, and that's really, you got to give Adam Spurl credit on this, John, is that he plays his players, his best players in the biggest positions, and he puts them in great positions to succeed. And you'll see him, you'll see Volkel, Rabanik, all these guys just all over the field on both sides of the ball.
Severs, kicker, it's perfect tonight, 4 for 4. It's 28-0. By now, if you're Edina, I mean, not only do you have to score every time, you got to get a stop. There's just not enough possessions left in the game.
I also, sometimes you'll see too, John, when it gets like this, maybe a little of that pressure is off of them too, and sometimes that's what it takes to get them started. Maybe you see them come out, you know, down 4 scores here, no pressure on you. Look at the athleticism, great blocking too. Nice job up front, Carson Lund. You know, that's not easy, too, from 1 yard. If you can beat your offensive lineman, then you got 225 pounds of solid muscle coming at you, too. Not an easy task.
Graham's second rushing touchdown of the season, 28 rip, Maple Grove. Another let's go moment for the Crimson right there, just dialed in.
Yeah, it really, that's how they've been all year. They've brought it every single game all year long, regardless of who's at running back, who's out of the lineup. Just tons of talent and tons of depth all over the field.
Yeah, a little pooch kick, fair catch, and I don't think the worst play in the world either, because you know the risk of a
eliminate a big play,
a big run back, right?
Yeah, we saw Alex White had a couple of nice kickoff returns. So. No, and you also, when you do those, you're kicking to people that aren't used to handling the ball. And sometimes you can get a dropped catch or a fumble. Caden Harney, who's the architect of this offense, and really just gives them whatever they need at a specific time.
Well, Mason West in the Edina offense trying to get on track here in the second half. A little trick. Sorrell coming around. He's dropped for a big loss. Back inside the 10, 20-yard line. Kevin Toe with the TFL.
He's got a couple of nice plays here tonight. And again, it's that slower developing play, trickery, just too much speed for Maple Grove. You see multiple guys in the backfield. Draheim was also back there. You got to hit Maple Grove, I think, with quick runs. Remember, they had success early, quick throws, too.
Second down and 18, and Sweeney, the intended receiver, and there's Elmquist again on the coverage, incomplete.
He's been step for step with them all night long. And again, a tough throw. Looked like he might have just had a step. Right there is where you want to hit him, about a second earlier if you can, and just let him just a little bit too much. You just don't wonder, John, you know, we talked about coming into this game. He was a 75% passer. Getting those 2 early interceptions, you just wonder, what did that do maybe to his rhythm or his confidence here tonight? Those are throws he normally makes.
3rd and 17. West, a little screen, nothing doing. Maple Grove had that red. Ryder Skansen with the tackle. Gain of just a couple of yards. It's 4th and 15, and Edina will have to punt.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things, I think, as a coach, you're looking at your playbook. What's going to work, right? Let's try this. Let's try that. We saw some misdirection. First time here, screen. Look at those 2 defensive linemen. As soon as they felt that blocking up front dissipate, they started dropping. You had 4 or 5 Crimson ready for it. Just nowhere to go, no chance. Toe there again.
Yeah.
He's got a great game.
Cronin with just his 2nd punt tonight. First came on the opening series. You get a little bit of a Edina bounce. They'll be at the 39-yard line. When we talked about the defense, let's watch some of the plays that the Crimson have made tonight, Ryan, on that side of the football.
Yeah, they've just been great. Again, that slower developing run. There's Toe in the background, but look at all the red jerseys getting in there. There's that pick. Again, a long throw across the field. There's the second pick. Great job just going up and getting it. And those running plays. That one really summed it up there. Draheim coming all the way from the weak side. Good coverage. No blown coverages.
That was Toe.
Yeah.
Other than Skansen on that last tackle. My apologies to Kevin. That was a great play.
So much speed that they can really close down.
Going for the big play. Harney couldn't find anything way downfield, so he goes to Volkel, and he still gets a dozen yards and a first down.
And again, a nice, easy throw, but great decision making. Harney, you could tell his eyes were downfield, like they wanted to take a shot there. Didn't like whatever he saw down there. Instead, goes to his check down. And just the accuracy. And you don't see a lot of high school quarterbacks have that patience and calmness to be able to check down like that. And that's just great decision making.
Gain of 14, 1st and 10, Maple Grove, the Edina 27. Give this to Draheim, breaks initial contact tackle, and picks up 5.
Well, we see Langama not in the game. And we're seeing more and more.
Right at the end of that first half, Ryan, when you went down, it came off favoring his ankle a little bit.
And something to look at, and probably at this point realizing you don't need him to finish this game, so smart. But be something definitely, because Maple Grove's good enough to win the whole thing without him, but if they do have him, he just adds such a weapon.
And then you need to have an extra day of rest.
Yeah.
Presumably, if you advance to next Friday. This is the Thursday night game. But that's next week. Got to finish this one off. This is Patrick Wright. It's upended near the first down sticks. They make them just short.
And just great job up front. Again, 71, Matthew Perusi there, holding his block, well past when the running backs pass the line of scrimmage, just holding on to that block. Such a mentality when you're on that offensive line, and these guys have it. Not overly big either. Perusi's 250, so they're not huge up front, but they're athletic and they're tough. And
they're down less than the yard, excuse me.
No, and they're comfortable with their scheme. I think that's an important thing too. When guys can depend on the play calls and they know what they're doing, they're more confident.
Pitch to right, first down. It's got a little alley there, gets to the 30-yard line, and a first down. They're just tough to stop, right?
Yeah, and you can tell now it's almost just a little demoralizing for Edina. They're just physically getting handled up front.
Gain of 7 for Patrick Wright and a first down. 1st and 10, Maple Grove from the Edina 30 with 7:01 to go in the third quarter. Some issue, I don't know if a player's helmet came off or something, or waving him off the field, though. That's Liam Holmberg, one of the captains. His helmet perhaps popped off for a moment.
Yeah,
I didn't see what happened, but they're calling him off for an equipment thing, I'm guessing.
I don't know if he got hit maybe a little bit. It looks like the trainer are looking at him too. Yeah. He's had a really good year. He's been a good tackler. A couple interceptions on the year.
From the 30, Arnie going big. The end zone's got a man wide open. It's Draheim for a touchdown.
Oh, great throw, great call. But how about Draheim, being your bulldog fullback, getting you those tough yards up the middle. Then you can send him out wide and send him deep. I mean, just the diversity of this offense and of each player in it, too. They can just play so many different ways. And when you run the ball, you set up that play action. You set up deeper throws. And just, again, Caden Harney having himself a game tonight.
Maple Grove leaving no doubt early in the second half, right, Ryan? 2 touchdowns, and now it's 35-0.
Yeah, that was a great job by the holder there to get that ball placed down to get that extra point up. Yeah, Draheim's had a great game on defense, a couple of scores on offense. Again, no pressure. And again, just right up the seam there in the slot, wide open. Easy throw, easy catch.
16th touchdown pass of the season for Harney, his second tonight. Draheim 2 catches for 57 yards and a score. This was a rushing touchdown in this quarter. Dylan Volkel was the holder on that extra point.
Yeah, he did a great job. Great hands. He had to pick that up off the ground and you rush it. It's not easy to do.
Boy, 35-0. Maple Grove.
Well, we talked about it. We thought Maple Grove might get this one tonight, but we thought maybe 39-32, 42-30. Just really, really surprised with how good Edina has been on offense.
Short kick, fair caught again at the 25. You know, I saw some of the coaches last week after the game, and I said, Edina, there could be a shootout. Derek Fisher, their defensive coordinator, laughed. He's like, I hope not. And sure enough, it hasn't been. The defense has been solid tonight. It's 35 rip.
No, and you know it's a tough thing when you ask yourself, okay, who played better tonight, our offense or our defense, and you don't know the answer to it, right? That's when it's tough. And you think about their offense, they've been great, putting up 35 points. And then you think about their defense, shutting out a really, really dynamic offense.
Bach and Strayer go in motion. They go to Sweeney, and he is wrapped up. Well, they still got done, picked it up, and then Dozier got initial contact, dropped it, and it will be a completion, but no gain. Even those short runs, or short passes, Maple Grove covering up for the most part pretty well tonight. Yeah,
and I almost think Edina's got to take some shots down the field, right? Because the majority of their throws have been those quick wide receiver kind of bubble screens. And you can tell Maple Grove's starting to get more and more aggressive at it. If I'm Edina, I look to pump fake that and maybe try to hit him over the top, try to back him up a little bit.
West throw and just throws it into the ground. Again, good pressure up front. Bannock there, toe. The whole surrounding Mason West, he had to throw it away.
Yeah, it's two-pronged, right? You get pressure on him, but then you also got to have good coverage down the field. And we talked Mason West likes to scramble, but with his eyes up and down the field and just nowhere to go with it, made a smart throwaway there.
Yeah, you talked about that trying to throw downfield. West with 13 completions tonight, Ryan, and 24 attempts, way below his season percentage, but only 2 throws, completions over 10 yards. This would be a third, but he overshoots Stevenson and incomplete. Boy, he's had a few balls where he's got a guy open and just hasn't been able to hit him tonight.
And good coverage, but you're right. That's like the 3rd or 4th time where receivers had a step, and that's where you got to give him a chance, right? And he's been overthrowing them, just not that much, but just a step or two.
That kid is such a great athlete, though. West, a hockey player.
Yeah.
He's as good at hockey as he is in football. He's going to have the decision to make at some point, but right now enjoying both sports. And Jason Potts, just a frustrating night for his Hornets.
It's just one of those where nothing's going right. But we were talking to Coach Potts about Mason West and his recruiting, and what did he say? He'd heard from 25 or 35 Division I schools. Yeah. So I mean, he's going to have a really bright future in whatever he chooses. Choose football.
Yeah, there you go. Ball of the 40-yard line. That's where Maple Grove will take over. Already up 5 scores here late in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I was interested here to see if they maybe started pulling some of the starters out, but it looks like they're keeping the first team still in there.
First and 10, and Harney will hand off. Patrick Wright, a couple of yards.
Tackle.
Gain of just 2 yards out to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Colin McGrain there, number 35. Really nice job at tackling. Got off his block, laterally got to the outside. That looked like it was pretty well blocked, and he just shut that hole down.
Second down and 8. 5:20 and counting to go here in the 3rd quarter. Wagner now switches to left tackle.
You think they're following him to the left side here, John? Yep, pretty smart play.
Going downfield to try to get a block. If Wright can get out of the backfield, they can't. He only gets a couple of yards.
I don't know if he went down there. He was on top of the defender.
It'll be 3rd down and 5. Wright gets 3 yards. Wagner.
Yeah, look at him getting down the field. To have an offensive lineman that can get to that second level and block linebackers or safeties, pretty impressive. That was a great play, too. Really nice play by Dylan Dubek, hanging on to him. That would have gone for 10, 15 more yards. Great effort.
3rd down and 5. Crimson from their own 45. Oh, underneath the legs of Harney. There's a flag down. Broken play. Harney will throw and incomplete. Check out the flag. I think it's going to go against Maple Grove.
False start, maybe?
There's a flag on the play.
It was right at the start of the play. Yeah. He'll decline it. Yes, 4th down and 5, and Maple Grove, as confident as they are in their offense, no doubt you're going to punt here, right?
Well, not only that, but just the confidence you have in your defense, too. Let's punt, let's pin them down, make them do something they haven't been able to do all night, which is go the length of the field.
This is the pattern, just the 2nd punt tonight for Henry Sievers. Clean kick away. They're caught at the 28.
Yeah, if he would have been able to catch that without, on the run like that, he had that whole right side.
Alex White on the fair catch. Well, Maple Grove take the punt. They pick up, about 25, 27 yards in field position. Down off to start inside their 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage for 29. With Strader in motion, and he gets the catch, and he is stopped for no gain. Elmquist had a good night. Pass coverage and a sure open field tackle there on Strader.
Well, he's had some great coverage down the field tonight. That time, if there's anyone out there that wants to learn how to tackle properly, they need to watch this in slow motion. Look at how low he was, wrapping him up, driving his legs. That's about as
form tackle
textbook of a tackle as you can get.
Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. West going downfield to Sorrell, and he couldn't hang on. Jack Weigel was back deep, but that was a completion. If Trill Sorrell can hang on to the football.
Yeah, and he came in 2nd leading receiver, 7 touchdowns. He's got great speed. And that ball was that one he put right on the money, gave his guy a chance to make a play. That's where you got to help your quarterback out. That was a good-looking ball there. And at this point in the game, as a D-back, you can't let anyone get behind you like that. He catches that, that's a touchdown. He couldn't have put it in a better spot. And he knew it right away.
3rd and 5. West, throw to the left. That one is on target, a completion, and all the way inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. Best pass downfield tonight for Edina.
Yeah, and that time he got Sweeney. And really one of the first times tonight, you see him get a little bit more arc on that, a little bit more touch. We've seen a couple passes that were hard and overthrown. Watch him just deliver this, just like he's dropping a dime in there.
Gain of 52, by far their best play tonight.
Put right on the money. Great throw, great catch.
From the 15, low snap, they hand off, and a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards for Borgard on his first carry in the 2nd half, 13th of the night. We'll mark him down at the 13-yard line, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, nice spark there. Let's see if they can finish this drive out and put some points on the board.
10th catch tonight for Sweeney. By far the longest reception. Fake to the left. Sweeney throwing to the right toward the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Dozier in the coverage.
Yeah, good initial coverage. He wanted to go to the left side there. Good decision. He didn't try to force it in there. Instead, he pump fake, bought some more time. And he almost thought maybe he could have ran that, kept it and gotten 6, 7 yards on it. Instead, tried to make a tight throw. But yeah, well defended on the left side. And on the right side too, just nowhere to go with the ball.
Dozier on the coverage of Strader. 3rd and 7. Strader in motion. West will hand off. Borgard inside the 10, still going. He's going to be close to the first down. Looks like they'll mark him just shy. But boy, it's awfully close. It'll be 4th down and inches.
That was a good effort. He didn't have a whole lot there. He just kind of kept moving that pile. Good patience. And then right there, you see where contact happened? He still moved it about another 3 or 4 yards. So good, tough physical run.
2 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. 4th and inches from Edina.
Yeah, I don't wonder if you just see a quarterback sneak. You got a big, strong, athletic quarterback.
West will hand off instead, and it's a 1st down. And diving toward the end zone, but just short, is Borgard. It'll be 1st and goal from inside the 1.
You know what? I love the urgency Edina's playing with. You kind of almost feel like the effort, energy level picked up a little bit. Great physical run again. Good push, too, by that offensive line.
Give to Borgard again into the end zone, and Edina's on the board. Our first touchdown tonight.
Yeah, nice drive. Big play in the passing game. Kind of what we thought maybe we'd see from the beginning, but you got that deep ball to Meyer Sweeney, who made that great catch and run, and then some nice physical running by Borgard. A couple of big-time 4th down conversion. That time he gets into the end zone. Good drive here by Edina.
We're going to go for 2. We talked about the new kicker, and they'll go for 2. As many points as they can. West throwing, and it is no, incomplete. I don't know if he got a hand on that or not. He was definitely in on the coverage. Trying to hit Strader, and it drops, and it's 35-6.
Yeah, again, great coverage. That would have been a heck of a catch there. Yeah, here's just that good push up front. You see those linemen out in front pulling. And again, a nice job capping off that drive. Under pressure, had to get rid of it. Just underthrew it a little bit, but it went through. Hit him right in the head.
Borgard gets Edina on the board.
Yeah, it puts him in double digits for touchdowns on the year, too.
Definitely had a good season running the football for Edina. A nice complement to their passing game. But you can only do so much, right? I mean, he put together one good drive.
But the difference that time, you know, he hit 2 deeper throws.
Yes.
It was just the touch that he put on it. Almost like in the first half, he was kind of forcing it.
Onside kick.
That was a heck of a pickup there by Patrick Wright.
Are they not ready for it? I didn't see it. I think the referees are like, well, we weren't set yet.
Takes away a little bit of the element of surprise.
Maple Grove with 10 guys within 5 yards of the 50. Tried again, and then again right to right.
Yeah.
And Patrick Wright makes the catch.
Well, he did a great job. Did you see him take that step forward before that bounce could get there? That was a really heads-up play.
State tournaments, Edina has been in now the last 2 seasons. But they had a long stretch where they didn't have a lot of success in football, as much success they've had in other sports. Yeah. And Maple Grove, 10-plus years, then had great success, 13 through 17. And then state runner-up in 21, state champion 22. And this feels like a team that's got a chance to add another chip, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, I know they're going to lose, you know, some really good seniors, obviously, but, you know, their quarterback being a junior, I think, you know, Patrick Wright has shown his ability. James Engel as well. I mean, they got a lot of talent coming back, too.
Engel's going to come in for Wright. Harney will be back.
And Engel, 9 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good season for a lot of starting running backs, and he did that, a lot of that, you know, when Gama was out with injury. So they got very capable running backs.
Harney, I think, looking to that far end zone at that play clock, too, and letting it wind down to inside of 5 or 3. Give to James Engel. First carry tonight. We saw him go for a touchdown last week late against Eden Prairie. And how about that? You go for 14 yards in your first carry of the night.
Yeah, just a little bit different. Not as big, 5'9", 170, but he's got great speed. And you can see when he plants that foot and turns it north and south, he's got a burst there.
First and 10 from the 35-yard line of Edina.
Probably
winding down here in the third quarter.
The last play here in the third quarter.
Draheim now in front of Engel. Go back to Engel again. And he gets a couple of yards on what will be the final play of the third quarter.
Charlie Vellner made that tackle, but he came from behind. Actually looked like propelled him forward an extra yard or two.
Couple more touchdowns for Maple Grove, 1 for Edina. We go to the fourth quarter. Crimson up big, 35-6. More football on CCX after this.
Me and my team gon' win the night. You had a run before, but never twice. Cause me and my team gon' win the night. Win the night. Win the night. Me and my team gon' win the night.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Maple Grove 35, Edina 6. Get ready for the start of the fourth quarter. A long night for Mason West and his team. A touchdown on that last drive, but Maple Grove has shut that Hornets attack down much of the night. Here we go with the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 8. Engel trying to get outside, and he's going to lose a lot of yardage. Not quite that many yards, but definitely Dylan Dubik coming in and making the tackle for a loss.
Yeah, he looks like a linebacker, doesn't he? 210 pounds, great hit. Maybe a little bit of a frustration tackle too, right? When things haven't gone your way. Finally get a good hit on someone.
3rd down and 12 at the 37. Engels remain the back. We'll see if they throw here, Ryan. Up big, or if they stay on the ground and play action. Harney wanting to throw. Now a step up and run. He can do that, and he's going to get just shy of a first down.
I thought if he lowered his shoulder there, he probably gets forward momentum for the first down. Instead, a pretty good-sized collision there. And Caden Harney's not a small guy.
Dubik, we saw him make the tackle for loss on the last play, is hurt for Edina. So Harney goes for 11. He's got 4 rushes tonight for 34 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, timely too. I mean, that's a big pickup there. Quarterback scramble. They sent receivers pretty deep, and so that allowed a lot of open space here. Again, good decision making, and he didn't hesitate. Once he tucked it, he was running. He doesn't slow down. If he continues to go forward there, I think he gets that first. Watch the leg here. You see his teammate's leg look like got Dubek right in his leg.
Anderson on the tackle for Edina. 4th down. Less than a yard to go. Clock running again after the brief stop for the injury timeout. I'm guessing number 7 is going to get the ball here. Oh, what do I know? Right up the middle. It's Patrick Wright. He'll go in for a touchdown.
Well,
I'm going to stop guessing what play is coming in. 0 for 2 tonight.
Well, you can tell Edina put a bunch of guys in the box, and it was well blocked up front. Not a lot of help on the backside. And Patrick Wright showing off his speed, his 8th touchdown on the year. And maybe giving Maple Grove fans hope and excitement of what's still to come next year, even though they might lose. Well, they will lose Chuck Wingama, but that young man, very, very capable.
26-yard run for Patrick Wright. Local the hold, Severs the kick, up and good. We are in running time in the 4th quarter. Maple Grove Edina, right? Well, you have to wait till the change of possession. Can't run it yet, Ryan.
That was
we will be in running time.
Maple Grove responding, well blocked. Look at the guys up front. He was untouched as he went through the line of scrimmage. And that's a sign that your offensive line is doing everything right. Let's see how that's blocked. Yeah, great job up front. Michael Wagner, 57, with a key block there. I'll tell you what I've been impressed with, too, is Maple Grove, their linemen are holding their blocks. We've seen a couple where these running backs are already in the second level and their offensive linemen are still holding their initial block. So they've done a really good job sticking with it up front.
Patrick Wright now, 9 carries, 89 yards for a touchdown. Lingamo's not played here in the second half. 8 carries for 107 on the score.
Yeah, and what did you say, 34 yards for Harney, too. Pretty solid rushing attack tonight.
Yeah, and I misspoke earlier on the carries for Draheim in the game. He's got 7 carries tonight for 38 yards and a touchdown, plus a couple of receptions. Good deep kick here by Severs. Return again by White.
Patrick Wright scoring a touchdown, now making a tackle in special teams. They're going to get a late hit there, I think, or a tackle out of bounds. It's going to give Edina some good field position. Well, if you're looking for a bright spot, Alex White's had a really nice game tonight in the return game. He's given them pretty solid field position on the few times he's gotten the kick.
Maple Grove had a few of these last week, and as long as you don't get any more, I think they had been sportsmanlike last week. They had a personal foul, a couple, and you don't need that going into your next game.
No, it's always the same thing, right? You want to stay sharp. You want, even though you're going to win this game, you want to stay sharp. You want to stay healthy. But yeah, you can build on that momentum here towards the end of the game.
So Wright. Oh, is that what caused the penalty? Right.
Yeah. Ripped
his helmet off and then dropped it. Oh, maybe that was it. First and 10, Edina from their 47. West wanting to throw, pursued by Hansen, and there's been a lot of that tonight too. I mean, he's had some completions, but just the coverage downfield's been good. He's had to throw a couple away. Hansen in pursuit that time.
And that time they did what I had been asking for them. They looked like they were going to run that wide receiver screen and then maybe look to go deep, but well defended Maple Grove. And I'm sure if you're Maple Grove right now, you're being told nothing behind you. Keep everything out in front of you. We'll give up gains, but don't give up a huge play.
We are in running time. West will go down the sideline and gets the completion to Sweeney.
Great double move. He ran about 6-7 yards, stopped. Defender came up, and then he was able to get behind him. Good throw, great catch. Watch this little double move right there. Great move. And a nice job just getting his feet in bounds. You couldn't have put that ball in a better spot, too.
Gain of 31 for Sweeney. And his 78th catch of the season. West stepping up. Floats it to the end zone, and it is incomplete. Stevenson there, but so was Maple Grove's defensive backs. With a crowd of 4 people there.
Yeah, I think Elmquist was there. Thien was there.
Yeah,
nice job. And weird when you have 2 receivers like that in the same spot too, right? You wonder if someone maybe ran a different route, but they ended up in that same spot, which brought both defenders also to that area.
2nd and 10. Again, running time, even though it's an incompletion with the 35-plus point lead. This is Beauregard on the carry. He'll get maybe a first down. That might be about a 10-yard carry. His 17th rush of the night, had the only Edina touchdown so far.
Yeah, he's had a nice game, solid game. He gave him some good, tough yards in the first half, too.
Gain of 9.
1 yard to go.
3rd down and 1 with 8 minutes to play. And off, Beauregard up the middle. And down to the 6-yard line will be 1st and goal. Dozier and Draheim on the tackle.
Yeah, well blocked up front.
First and goal from the 6. West to throw and completion to Sweeney for the touchdown.
Yeah, great play action, great ball fake. And what that does, that brings those linebackers up just a step. And Mason West with his height at 6'6", almost kind of thrown above the defense. He put it high, and where only Meyer Sweeney could catch this. Great pass, great route.
17th touchdown catch of the season.
Yeah, we've gotten to see a little bit more. I think what we thought we were going to see from the beginning is just some really good running, but also mixed in with some really good passing. And, of course, Sweeney as athletic as it gets on the outside.
Go for 2. They'll go to Sorrell. Slipped a little bit, didn't make it.
He had it, too. He stays on his feet. He's got the 2-point conversion there, no doubt. But nice drive by the Hornets. And what you love to see, even they're not going to win this game, but it just shows their character a little bit, finishing, playing hard, not quitting, and you love to see that. Be anxious to see Meyer Sweeney going to Cal as a receiver.
There's a brother that goes there. Well, on this field, Ryan, 7 years ago this week, you and I were here. The Maple Grove Miracle Game. Curtis Haugen, Joe Raymond for a touchdown. That made it just 28-16 in the fourth quarter. Here's where the fun starts. The kicks, the recovery, Justin Stolp. And then one play later, there's Haugen on the rollout.
And I remember
Raymond wide open.
Doing this live with you, I thought, how did he get to the outside and there's no one there?
Another onside kick was successful. Here we go. And again, the recovery by Stolp. Might have been illegal. I think there was some contact before 10 yards. And then Evan Holt, a great Maple Grove running back, one of the best to ever wear crimson, touchdown.
I remember it vividly.
Peterson, the kicker, was knocking the ball out of the hands here on the pooch kicker. That's going to be a flag on Edina.
The only thing with that pooch kick is if you call for a fair catch, it kind of negates it, right? You can't hit it, you can't touch it.
Right. Well, you do everything you can, right?
Absolutely, you're not quitting. And again,
interference on the catch.
You're not always, yes, you want to win the game and you're playing for now, but you're also playing for the future, and you're instilling in these kids to never quit no matter what. And a lot of these kids are coming back next year. They're going to have a lot of talent again next year.
There's a fair catch by Elmquist, and good try, but not legal by Sean Rasmussen. So the 15-yard penalty will put Maple Grove into Edina territory at the 47.
Well, and you wonder, too, with that Edina score, now you're still seeing a lot of the first-team offense out there.
Just enough to make you a little nervous, right? Although, still 30 points with 7:16 to go. But it is the first team still out there. And he'll go. Angle.
Nice cut.
Started running on that last series, and he'll get the call here on this drive and pick up 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, nice tackle by Holmberg there. Yeah, you could see at the very end of that, it looked like he rolled up. I couldn't tell who was on the outside. right there.
Oh, it's on Reggie Williams.
Reggie Williams. I always hate that. He's walking off. He looks like he's going to be okay, but you see so many serious injuries done that way. You hate when people get rolled up on.
Gain of 4 for Engel. 2nd down and 6. 6.5 minutes to go. Arnie back to right again. Just step inside and no gain. Good tackle.
Yeah, Evan Gilder, number 37, that inside linebacker coming
now
over.
Engel hurt.
Yeah, that was a big hit.
Right, to get those guys out of there now, right? After you see 2 guys go down in the last 2 plays. 3rd down and about 5.5 to go. Engel out, right back into the backfield. .6:10 to go and running.
Yeah, right now if you're Maple Grove, you want to pick this 1st down up because you want to just keep running the clock, taking the play clock all the way down to 1 or 2 seconds. See if you can milk the rest of this. Oh, good.
And Harney gets thrown for a big loss.
Charlie Vellner, great job not buying that fake. We see that play a lot from Maple Grove. Almost always handed off. They were setting up a play action, but
Plus a 9.
yeah, Vellner did not get fooled at all.
Severs into punt. And I'm certain that'll be the last we see of those guys. That unit the rest of the way here. The scary plays. 4th down and 15. Severs. Punt, that'll bounce and be down by Weigel inside the 15.
Yeah, great special teams there, right? You bury them within the, right around the 10-yard line. Now if you're, the Crimson on defense, this is where you kind of want to, you buckle up a little bit. You don't want to, you played so well for so long, you don't want to end up giving up 20, 25 points if you don't have to.
First team defense still out there, but the first team offense, conversely, still out for Edina as well. 4:59 to go, counting. Once it gets to 35, it has to go under 30 points to stop the running time. It stops on injuries, timeouts, and changes of possession. Big pressure on West, throws, but gets the completion out to the 35 to Sweeney, breaks a tackle, and gets all the way out to the 50-yard line. Boy, Rest took a big hit from Robanic.
Yeah, he stayed in there, took it, was able to deliver that, underthrew him a little bit, but a great job by Sweeney. Watch Sweeney come back to the ball here, John. Look at the hit. Good, clean hit. Helping him up, too. Yeah, you love that. This ball underthrown, but nice job by Sweeney going back to get it. And I'll tell you, as good as the D-backs have played, Elmquist especially, you got to get that head around, try to make a play on the ball.
13th catch tonight for Sweeney. Drahan in the backfield and gets a tackle for loss.
Probably the 2nd or 3rd time we've seen him run down a play from the weak side, coming all the way across the line of scrimmage to make a tackle.
Owen Riss on the rush, and he loses 2.
And you know how good a shape you have to be in, too? I mean, he's carried the ball, he's caught the ball, he's blocking, and he's been running all over the field defensively. Not getting tired. You got to be in incredible shape to do that all game long.
2nd and 12 from the 48. The throw and incompletion.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Thien made that play. Did you see him get width on that drop, and that forced the throw a little bit further to the outside.
Augie Ramstack, the intended receiver.
Nice job getting in the passing lane there.
The clock continues to run. Just over 3 minutes to go in Edina's season. Maple Grove's going to go to 11-0. Inside next week. Weather hasn't seemed to bother them, though, the last couple of weeks outside, has it? West throwing and almost intercepted. Dozier almost had his 3rd of the night.
He wanted it. Look at that. That would have been a hat trick.
Gage Geisler, the intended receiver.
And again, I mean, big hit. West took a hit there as he delivered that. That's a tough catch over the shoulder like that, but great position.
Fourth down. This is it for Edina, perhaps on offense. West trying to get away from pressure, does. This runs out of bounds.
I was going to say, that's got to be a hold. Yeah, Robbinsdale was in the backfield, and he got tackled.
Maple Grove will have it, and there we go.
Under 2 minutes.
Good Engel. Hopefully he's okay for next week.
Yeah.
Just a tough night for Mason West. I mean, he had a couple of big plays certainly here in the second half, but that really disappointed him, sure, in himself and just how his team played. But a lot has to do with who you're playing.
And when you're playing them and where you're playing them, right? Yeah.
Michael Wagner's fired up.
He should be. He's had some great blocks here tonight. That offensive line's done a heck of a job all year long, but tonight especially.
Forrest Sukup is the backup quarterback. Drake Wegscheid in the backfield. He'll get the toss here on first down, get a couple of yards into Edina territory to the 49. We'll get an injured player for Maple Grove.
Yeah, you hate seeing that too.
And Jack Risley, one of their backup offensive linemen, is hurt. That stops the clock here.
Yeah, you hate that anytime they're looking at
or Draheim. And then there was one vote for Ollie Walseth, too.
Yeah.
That touchdown tonight.
good group there. Hey, you got 6, was it 6 or 7 players total?
6, yeah.
6 Division I players from one class. That tells you how loaded they are this year.
Well, I hope Jack Risley is okay and able to dress next week.
All right,
Clock
so
running again.
So, John, your son Jack played on the state championship team a couple years ago. I know you're not biased. Which team would win, this one or the one from?
Somebody asked me that last week. I said, well, this team, they haven't lost yet, but they haven't won anything yet either, right? You got to get a couple more wins. Chuck Mangama.
Let's go.
Already. This is, we thought last week was a complete win. This seems even more complete, if you could say that.
I thought because of Edina and their ability to throw and because it's so different, I thought they'd pose, I thought this would be a full game, right? And the way Maple Grove just defensively, they shut them down for 3 quarters. Offensively, they had great balance. So just a complete victory. And why they're the favorite, I think, to win the whole thing this year.
They go to 11-0. Edina finishes at 8-3. On to US Bank Stadium next Friday night, and we'll be there as well. Take on either Shakopee or Moundsview. Those teams play tomorrow night. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Ryan will have a couple of Crimson players on the way. Our post game from Park Center High School after this.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Maple Grove celebrating a 42-12 win over Edina. Back to the field we go. Ryan Iverson.
Well, thanks, John. I'm with a couple of studs here. I got one defensive star, one offensive star. Let's start defensively. Braden Dozier, 2 interceptions. You guys knew your defense was going to be challenged tonight, playing a really good quarterback and a really good wide receiver. Only 2 interceptions on the year. How were you able to get 2 of them in the same game?
I just feel like if I just go, we had to go out there and just play our game. You know, I feel like we are the best defense in the state. I don't think really anybody can stop us, but yeah.
Hey, let's go, dude. Oh my God.
Woo! John, I better get some extra pay here. I'm freezing down here. Hey, well, you know, to hold them scoreless in the first half, I mean, what was the goal, especially knowing how good that number 5 was, their wide receiver?
The goal? I mean, holding everybody to 0, that's always our goal. I mean, I feel like we just stopped the pass. I feel like, if we just stopped the pass, you know, we're good. That's all. That was the big problem.
Well, you did a heck of a job. You got those 2 interceptions. Congrats on a great night tonight. Yeah. All right, Caden Harney, tonight was viewed really as maybe 2 of the best quarterbacks in the metro area. I look at you. I've talked all season long about how efficient and accurate you are. Yeah. Their quarterback, 75% passer on the year. Yeah. Individually, personally, did you look at it all as a quarterback matchup?
No, not at all. I never like to look at myself versus another person. You know, it's our team versus their team, and I'm taking my guys versus anyone in the state.
One of the things, the best attributes I say about you during games is just how calm you are. You make the right decisions. You're not forcing it. How important is it to you to make the right decision? Sometimes that can mean throwing it away or taking a sack even.
Yeah. I mean, our scheme is designed for that, to protect the ball. We got athletes all around the field, and the only way we're going to lose games is shooting ourselves in the foot. So making sure I'm not throwing interceptions or making bad decisions is the key to our offense.
Who's your favorite receiver to throw to?
All of them. All of them. Can't pick one.
Good answer. Okay, last question. You got 2 games to go. I heard your coach just say next Friday is not the end goal. No. 2 games to go. What do you guys have to do to finish this season off right?
We just got to do what we've been doing all year, man. We've been practicing hard, 4 days a week. Our scout team's killing it, and if we have another 2 more good weeks of practice, I don't see how anyone stops us.
Well, congrats on a great game tonight. Good luck next week too. Thanks, buddy. All right, we're freezing down here, John. Back to you.
Ryan, you dry off, and there's a look at the updated bracket. Maple Grove winning tonight. Minnetonka on the other side. They shut out Blaine 28-0. They'll take on either Lakeville North or Anoka. And Maple Grove, as we mentioned, either Shakopee or Mounds View. Next Friday at 7 o'clock at US Bank Stadium, and CCX will be there again. Thanks to all of you who have enjoyed tonight's coverage, and for all of our crew, and for Ryan Iverson, I'm John Jacobson. Final score again, Maple Grove, number 1 on the state, advances to the state semifinals. 42-12, the final.